Hello everybody, good evening. It's Alicia here from Unleash Fit Living, and tonight on my live we are talking all about do 15-minute workouts make a difference? So that is the question that we're going to discuss tonight. So yeah, I just want to welcome you along. Thanks for coming and joining me. If you don't know who I am, well, my name's Alicia and I am a girl and I live in Australia. And I love working with people and helping them learn how to think better, how to eat better, and how to move better. And particularly, I like working with women because I'm a woman, I feel like I can relate just a little bit more. So that's sort of what I'm about at Unleash Fit Living, and I love jumping on here. Hey Sue, thanks for joining me. If you are watching, by the way, I'd love you to just give me a little thumbs up or a wow, just so that I know that you can hear me loud and clear. So yeah, please let me know that you can hear me. That would be great. So yeah, tonight, I won't muck around too much. We are jumping into this topic of just short workouts, 15 minutes, even less, make any difference? Is it worth it, or is it just a waste of time in terms of your overall goals towards becoming fitter and healthier? So that is what I want us to chat about tonight. So jumping straight into that, give me a comment in the box if life for you is hectic. If life for you is hectic, let me know, because I just want to make sure I'm not the only crazy person out there, because I feel like my life is quite hectic at times, and that it can sometimes be a bit of a struggle to fit time in for exercise. So if that is you, let me know so I know that I'm not talking to myself. But I'm sure, look, I'm sure that most of us do probably struggle at some point to make time for exercise. And so I want to just look at, like, how do we make that work? Do shorter workouts have a place? Is it worth it? If you're a mum with crazy kids and life's just non-stop from when you wake up to when your head hits the pillow at night, and you only have less than half an hour, maybe even 5 or 10 minutes sometimes to work out, should you bother, I guess, is the question. So I want to just ask you, 4 kids hectic, Sue. I bet I take my hat off to you and all those other amazing mums out there that put their kids first and are doing everything for them and to make their lives awesome. So I want to ask you, there's 2 different kinds of workout, or there's lots, but there's 2 particular kinds of workout styles that I want to compare tonight. Have you ever heard of LISS or HIIT? LISS stands for low intensity steady state working out, which means that you're basically working out at a lower intensity, so a low to moderate intensity, so you're not like huffing and puffing heaps, but you're working out steadily at that same intensity, and usually to get any kind of benefit from that you need to do it for a long period of time, over an hour, to get into that fat burning threshold. So that's low intensity steady state, LISS, as compared to HIIT. And HIIT is high intensity interval training. And the difference is that with high intensity interval training, you're working for short bursts of time at a very high intensity for you, at your level. So a 9 to 10 out of 10 level of intensity, followed by then a period of rest. And then you do that, you go up, you have a rest, you go up again, you have a rest, and you continue like that. So these 2 different styles have been fiercely debated as to which one makes the bigger difference when it comes to burning fat. And the research does show that both do burn fat, but I believe that there are several more benefits to the HIIT style training than the LISS style training, and that's what I want to share with you tonight. Now, number one is that I've been mentioning that time is often a big problem. So yeah, give me a thumbs up if time is an issue for you, because if it is for you, then low intensity interval training is probably not going to work. Like, who can carve out an hour or more that to work out. So HIIT has the benefit of, because it's higher intensity, you don't need to train for as long, and often you can't train for as long because you've burnt out all your energy fuel in that short period of time if you're working at a really high intensity. So that is the upside of HIIT training. But I want to share with you some of the other benefits of training with this high intensity style. Yes, you can carve out time, but there are some actual physiological benefits. Thanks for the thumbs up, ladies. There are some physiological benefits to HIIT training. So this is what's really cool, is that HIIT training actually burns more energy over the next 24 to 36 hours after you've trained than doing LISS training or low intensity training. I think that's pretty awesome. So even though in maybe the 20 or 30 minutes that you do that high intensity training, you may not burn as many calories or as much fuel as you would in an hour of low intensity, yet over that next 24 to 36 hours, you'll actually burn more. So that's because interval training increases your resting metabolic rate. So the rate that your metabolism is at when you're resting, that gets increased over time from HIIT training. And that basically, your metabolic rate is your ability to burn fat. So you want to have a higher metabolism or metabolic rate at rest, because that's going to burn fat better and burn fuel better in the long run than just having bursts of exercise here and there to burn fat. And in fact, your resting metabolic rate, so when you're not working out, actually accounts for 65 to 75% of calories burnt every day. So you actually burn a lot of calories and a lot of energy just in your everyday life from your resting metabolic rate. But we want to be able to increase that, and the way to increase that is to do workouts that are interval high intensity training. So you're getting that heart rate right up, you're getting super puffed, and then you're having a short rest, but then you're getting it up there again, and that's actually going to, in the long run, increase that. Another benefit to HIIT training is that it increases your EPOC, which is, I know I'm throwing out a lot of acronyms tonight, I'm the acronym queen. EPOC stands for the excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, which basically means that after exercise you're having to still get in more oxygen into your body because you're puffed from that high intensity exercise. That is increased by doing HIIT training. And this means that it takes longer for your body to return to a state of rest after that hard out intensity training period than if you just did a fast walk, for example. So a fast walk, you're working at about this level right here. To return to rest is just to there. But if you've trained up here at a high intensity level, it takes longer to get back down to that resting level of your heart rate. So again, another awesome benefit to HIIT training. Another benefit, you can do HIIT training anywhere. Like literally, if you're in a room and you've got like a meter square, you can do HIIT training, because all you need to do is pretty much jump up and down. If you were to just like sprint on the spot or do star jumps or just literally jump, that is going to get your heart rate up very quickly, and it's not easy to maintain that for a long period of time. So you literally don't need much space. That is another awesome benefit of HIIT training. Another one, you don't need equipment. So you don't need to have weights with you, you don't need a gym, you don't even need a mat necessarily, because you can do it standing, which is awesome. But if you do have any equipment, say you've got a kettlebell or a set of dumbbells at home or something, you can totally use that in HIIT training as well. And that's just going to be an added bonus because you're adding some resistance to that training as well. And the final benefit, which kind of I've already said, but I'm saying it in another way, I guess, is that your workouts when you're doing high intensity training only need to be 30 minutes or less. And if you actually head over to my blog, which is at the link in the description of this video, I've shared in there 5 of my top favorite fat burning workouts, and they're only 15 minutes. In fact, you could actually change the time on them to whatever you want. So if you're looking for some workouts, some inspiration to get you started, please head over to my blog there, and I've shared there five workout videos that you can just like watch. It's a little tutorial, instructional video that can get you started on doing this from home. So answering that question, does 15 minutes or less or so of exercise a day make any difference? I want to answer that question. So yes, it does. That's the short answer. Reason being is that I think we live in a time and a society where we just want these quick fixes. We want to get we want to lose weight overnight. We want to do a quick, shortcut. What's the quickest way I can get it to happen kind of thing. And what happens is if we keep doing that, like we might do a 6-week challenge or an 8-week challenge, if that doesn't actually lead to any kind of lifelong lifestyle change, then we'll get change, but it'll only be for a short period of time, and then we will go back to our old habits and not actually maintain a lifestyle of change, a healthy lifestyle. However, if we take more of the moderate approach and more of a sustainable approach to our health and our fitness, then we may not see the changes that we want straight away or as quick, but we will see them in the long run, and we will be able to maintain them over the long run, which really is what we all want, but we're just often not willing to put in the effort for that to happen. So think about it. Would it be better for you to have 2 sessions a week where you went to the gym for 2 hours and, just went as hard as you could for 2 hours twice a week, right? Or if you did 15 minutes of exercise a day? What do you think? What would be better? If you have an answer, feel free to type it in. Let me know. What's going to be better in the long run? My hunch is, it's not really my hunch, but I believe that to maintain a consistent change, you need to create habits that are just happening from a place of, that don't take much willpower. You've just basically moved it into a habit where it happens, and it really it's almost more uncomfortable not to do it than to do it. So doing something every day is going to be better in the long run because A, you're building a habit, and B, it's something that you're going to be able to better maintain in the long run. You think about it, we think every day and we eat every day, hopefully, wherever we are in the world. Some people aren't that fortunate, unfortunately, but if we think every day, we eat every day, we move every day. Now, if we were living 50, 60 years ago at the time of our grandparents, we would be moving a lot more. We live in a society where we're super sedentary, we sit for long periods of time, so we actually need to make the intention to move intentionally because we're not moving enough in our normal everyday life. That's for most of us on average. So what I'm trying to say is that creating a habit of daily exercise is super important if we want to build those life-changing lifestyle habits and see a difference made in the long run. So I'm not here to tell you need to exercise for an hour every day in order to see change. No, you could totally do 15 minutes a day of high intensity. That is the key, by the way. The shorter the time period that you have to work out, the more intense it should be. And if you were to do that daily and create a habit, there would be multiple benefits. Not the least being that your body, your metabolism will change over time. In 3 months' time, if you were to do 15 minutes a day, I guarantee you would see significant changes in your health and in your fitness. So I just want to share as well like some practical tips, like how to create a 15-minute workout at home. Tell me if that's something you would be interested in, because you can go and pay for a program, that's fine, and have someone else tell you what to do, and sometimes that's more convenient, I get that. But if you have enough know-how and motivation to do it yourself, you can save yourself money by getting creative and actually coming up with your own workouts. So here's a simple way to create your own 15-minute workout wherever you are. What you'd do is you could just choose 3 to 5 exercises. Say you choose to do a squat, push-ups and a plank, for example. Pick 3 exercises, set your timer for whatever time you've got, say it's 15 minutes, and then start with 3 reps on each exercise. So you do 3 squats, you do 3 push-ups, and you do 3 plank, whatever. You could do 3 30-second planks, or you could do 3 plank toe taps. And I can't really show you where I'm at right now because, oh, maybe I could, but whatever. You do whatever the exercise is. You do 3 reps, and then after you've done 3, you start again at the squats, and this time you do 6, and you keep adding 3 reps each time, and you just keep going for 15 minutes. You're going to be puffed and you're going to be sweating at the end, and you're probably going to be sore tomorrow, especially if you haven't done squats or plank or push-up in a while. So simple, there you have it. Like 3 exercises, set your timer, 3 reps on each, and add 3 reps every round for 15 minutes, and you're done. You've got it. And if you do need to take a rest in there, of course, just take it whenever you need to, and give yourself that break, but then get straight back into it and try to keep that rest as short as possible. So there you have it. You have no excuses. I've just given you like the easiest little tip on how you can create a workout yourself from home and set a timer. And that's just one. There's heaps of ways. And in fact, on my blog that you can click through in the link in this video description, I've given you 5 different types of styles of home exercise workouts that you can do. And you could change up any of the exercises in each of them and have a different workout just from those 5 videos that I've shared with you. So I guess what it comes down to, my friends, is what excuses are you making for not exercising? Is it that you're too tired? Is it that you don't have time? Is it that you don't enjoy it? Tell me, type up if there's an excuse that's popping into your head right now. I'd love to hear it in the comments, because hopefully I'm back. Okay, so this is the thing. We're all busy, but if you can't carve out 15 minutes in your day, I would be very, very surprised. Even my heroes, the mums that are at home with the kids, going crazy, there may not be 15 minutes without those kids screaming and yelling in your ear, but you could at least use those kids in your workout. Perhaps, maybe you could strap them to yourself, put something over their mouth, just kidding, and you could hold them while you're doing the squats, or you could get them to join in and just make it a fun game, but you're actually getting some workout done. So here's just a few little tips for getting that 15-minute workout in. If you find that working out in the morning, as soon as you wake up, is a good time for you because the kids are still asleep, or it's just best for you to get it done, then I suggest that you set your alarm, you go to bed 15 minutes earlier than usual and set your alarm 15 minutes earlier than usual. And there you go, you've got 15 minutes in your day. If you're at home with the kids, obviously take advantage of nap time if that's a time, and look, I hear that that's often a time that you want to sleep as well. But maybe just make the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes of their nap time workout, and then you probably actually won't feel like sleeping after that, but if you do, then you could sleep after that and you've still got your workout done. And if they don't nap, like I said, use the kids as your weights. You know, put them on your belly while you do crunches, or get them to, you know, you could do like push press from your chest with the baby, or there's plenty of ways that you can involve them. Another thing to do if you have a lunch break at work is you could actually take your activewear with you to work and make the first 15 minutes of your lunch break your 15 minutes to do a HIIT workout. Or you could just block out exercise time in your diary and schedule it in like you would a doctor's appointment, and don't miss that. Just treat it like every other appointment in your diary and do it. So that's a few tips. I suggest that you just make a plan, and I want to challenge you to do that for the next 24 hours after that you've watched this video. So when in the next 24 hours are you going to carve out 15 minutes or more to work out? I would love to hear what that is in the comments, so throw it in there. I'm putting out a challenge to you, and if you are accepting my challenge, write that in the comments and tell me. you do need to schedule it in. I find if I haven't scheduled things, they just often do not happen. So I really encourage you to do that. And just, you know, if you're lacking some motivation as to why it's even worth doing this, just remember, we're only given one body. We don't get to trade it in. We're stuck with it for our whole life. And so we need to treat it with the utmost care and respect and love that we can, and look after it. And one way that we can definitely do that is to get it moving, and doing that consistently. It's an amazing, amazing vessel. And in fact, I went and listened to an amazing speaker named Don Tolman on the weekend, talking about how fascinating our bodies are, and their ability to heal themselves is just incredible. But they will only do that if we give them the right fuel and we're moving them in the right ways. So I really, really encourage you to carve that time out. Make time for yourself, to invest in your health and in your well-being. And it will be a blessing not only to you, but to everyone else in your life as well, because you'll be able to think clearer, you'll feel better, you'll have more energy. It'll be totally worth it. Okay, so go over to my blog, check it out. I've got 5 workout videos for you there. So guess what? You're set for the next 5 days at least. With workout videos, you can just jump on and do them with me on those videos. And by the way, if you do find any of those videos on the blog a little challenging, I do have some easier ones on my YouTube channel, and you can check that out straight from my blog as well. So there you have it. No excuses, my friends. Jump in and make it happen. Are 15-minute workouts worthwhile? Yes, they 100% are, particularly if intensity is high and they're done regularly. Okay. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. And please, if you did enjoy it, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'd love to answer them. And share this video if there's others that you believe could benefit from it as well. And yes, so great to see you all. And yeah, check out the blog. Do a 15-minute workout in the next 24 hours and tell me what you did. I would love to hear from you. Okay, take care, my friends. I will see you next time. Bye.